Yes, today is the 28th day of Ramadan, and of course, plus or minus, we have either 1 or 2 days to go. If it's not going to be 30, it will be 29. It means it will end on Saturday tomorrow, and if it's going to be 30, it means it will end on Sunday. Of course, that means that it's either Sunday or Monday that Muslim faithfuls will flourish all different prayer grounds to actually be part of the Eid al-Fitr prayers. And so today on the program, we are wrapping up to just like they are continuing to say to say bye-bye to the month of Ramadan. Ya salama to Ya Ramadan, they say. And so we want to look at Eid al-Fitr, then significance, and of course, lesson of Ramadan. We're expecting 2 guests, but one of them is right here with us now in the studio. I'm talking about engineer Tajudeen Olori, who is an Islamic chief title holder. He is the Seriki Muslimi of Ijaye Kukudi, the Ekering of Iberekodo Muslims, and Are Kadriya of Oke Ogun. Engineer Alhaji Tajudeen Olori, you're welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you.
Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hola.
Ó ṣe àkìmẹ́yìn èèyàn wa nílé àwọn Ramadan ń palẹ̀mọ́ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ ó fẹ́ ti pé oṣù Ramadan ń kó gbá sílé bó ti wá ń kó gbá sílé àti mọ̀ pé tí oṣù Ramadan bá fi máa parí o ayẹyẹ kan gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé nìyẹn ní ti ètò ìtúnu àwẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ òní ohun tí a fẹ́ ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò rẹ̀ lórí ètò ọ̀tún ọjọ́ òun ni àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ èyí tí a rí kọ́ ní àsìkò ààwẹ̀ Ramadan àti báwo ló ṣe yẹ kí a hùwà ní àsìkò ààwẹ̀ Ramadan pẹ̀lú pàtàkì ọdún ìtúnu ààwẹ̀. Lórí ètò náà ní òní àlejò méjì ni à ń retí àmọ́ ṣá a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run wípé ọ̀kan nínú àwọn àlejò wa ti wà nínú yàrá ìgbétújáde báyìí pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹni tí mò ń sọ nípa wọn ni onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Tajudeen Olori tí wọ́n jẹ́ aṣáájú ẹ̀sìn Islam, olóyè ni wọ́n nínú ẹ̀sìn ọ̀hún. Alhaji mo kí yín ẹ kú ojúmọ́.
All right, let me just start this way, Engineer Olori. Yeah, Ramadan will soon be over, and so what should be the thinking of Muslims now?
Well, what Ramadan have tried to do is to make people realize the purpose of creation and what kind of relationship in the society, so that we can have an egalitarian society, we can have a society that is peaceful and everybody will be happy. But because of the interaction of people with people of different religion, it becomes difficult for some people to realize themselves. And so Ramadan, what Ramadan have come to do is to make people subject themselves to a situation that will really, really make you to understand the purpose of your creation. First and foremost, God said in the Holy Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that وَمَا عَلَقْتِ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We have not created the jinns and mankind just for nothing. The purpose is just for them to worship us. But then, many people, maybe because of the goodness of the world, because of wealth, because of children or some other things, we get distracted. And with Ramadan, people will now come back and realize, okay, this is what God wants us to do. And then God did not just stop there, that we created you to worship us. What God did was to even tell you that the book, He gave us the book for worship. And now He has said in that book that that in the Quran we have given unto you healing and things that will make you to be happy. So how do you realize that one? Then you have to worship us. Because if you go to another another verse of the Quran, God really said there that when they ask you, O Muhammad, about me, tell them I am very, very near. And the only thing I need from them is for them to also hearken to my words, do my wishes, obey my commands, and then they will know how to do this. So what Ramadan have come to do is to make you to subject yourself to some form of what some people can call hardship, but in the real sense it is not hardship, because there are lots of benefits in Ramadan, in fasting. Then some people that have a lot will now feel what hunger is like, and then they will now know, okay, when hunger comes, this is how people feel. Then in Ramadan, you see that people do a lot of things because they come closer to God. And so all these things are what we are supposed to do normally, so that we can feel for each other, then we can eat moderately so that we can be healthy. So Ramadan has come to make sure that we realize the purpose of creation and we know the obligations. Our obligations to our neighbors, to ourselves, to our family. So now that Ramadan is going, we have felt all these things, we have realized the purpose of our creation in this world. So Muslims should make sure that all the lessons that they have learned now, they don't just throw them away. So that is
and there are temptations that people are likely to to retract, especially in the kind of society we live. So the challenge there, how can Muslims surmount it?
They can actually surmount it because in Ramadan, those that were not praying, they pray. They have realized that, okay, this praying is actually not harmful. And in the Quran, God said that salat, that your prayer, is supposed to drive you away from evil, is to drive you away from all those bad things that we have in the society now. So if they keep reminding themselves of the lessons, because in Ramadan you are preaching everywhere, on the radio, on television, people go for tafsir, you have open air sermon, and so they have learnt a lot. If they still carry that lesson along with them, they still try to do what they were doing, then they will know that, okay, if they want to derail, then that will bring them back that, holiness made me to realize something, because nobody that will observe this fasting in the month of Ramadan faithfully that will not realize some benefits. So if we remind ourselves of the benefits, we remind ourselves of the lessons, we will not derail.
Okay, Fola.
Ẹṣé, àwẹ̀ Ramadan ó ń palẹ̀mọ́ lọ. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ni a ti gbọ́. Ẹ̀bùtẹ̀jẹ́ ti ṣàlàyé fún wa àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ pé àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe. Àmọ́ ṣá, ẹ jẹ́ kí n padà wá sórí àwa obìnrin. Baálé ilé ni èmi àti Akeem Akíntúndé a ti fọ̀rọ̀ kan ṣe bí àwàdà níbẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọkùnrin lásìkò tá a wà yìí wọ́n máa tètè lọ sílé torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣínú nílé. Quran ti gbé kalẹ̀ wípé oúnjẹ ìyàwó tí wọ́n so yìgì fún ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fi jẹ sààrì, òun ni wọ́n sì gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣínú. Ẹni tó bá wá jẹ́ pé irú iṣẹ́ táwa ń ṣe yìí tó jẹ́ pé bí iṣẹ́ ni àsìkò ṣínú bá ó láǹfààní àti ra oúnjẹ jẹ, kì í ṣe pé kókàn jẹ nǹkan kan ṣá. Àwa tá a wá jẹ́ ìyáálé ilé náà nígbà tí Ramadan ti wá tó ń palẹ̀ mọ́ lọ yìí, kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí ó yẹ ká máa ṣe?
Ẹ ṣé olóòtú, ṣé ẹ rí ìbéèrè yín, kì í ṣe àsìkò Ramadan nìkan òun ni obìnrin gbọ́dọ̀ tọ́jú ọkọ ẹ̀, kì í ṣe àsìkò Ramadan nìkan ló jẹ́ pé ọkọ gbọ́dọ̀ tètè wálé, kì í ṣe àsìkò Ramadan nìkan. Nígbà tí Ọlọ́run dá wa tó ṣe ètò ẹbí, ó fi àwọn òfin lélẹ̀, ó fi àwọn gbèdéke lélẹ̀. Eléyìí tẹ́ ní oúnjẹ ìyàwó tí wọ́n bá so yìgì nìkan òun ló yẹ kí ọkùnrin kó máa jẹ. Ẹ̀sìn Islam ò sọ wípé ká lọ máa jẹ oúnjẹ àlè, Islam ò sọ pé ká lọ máa yàn lé ń ta. Torí ẹ̀ ló fi jẹ́ pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ nígbà tí nínú ìbéèrè tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ béèrè ìdí tó lọ́n fi dá wa ni pé ká máa sìn Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ṣe àwọn ọ̀nà tá a fi lè máa sìn nípa pé ká súnmọ́ ẹ rí i pé gbogbo ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ tá à ń lọ fún ìrun àkójọpọ̀ tá à ń pè ní Jumat prayer ẹ rí i pé nígbẹ̀yìn gbogbo ìgbà náà máa rán wa létí iná láhàyà amúrùbílẹ̀ adéwà lè ń sá ní wáyé tá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kùrùbá wáyà ní hánì fàṣà bọ́sí máa ká gbogbo ẹ̀dínlẹ̀ nìyẹn nítorí máa sọ nǹkan tó ń túmọ̀ sí ni pé Ọlọ́run kọ̀ fún yín gbogbo tí í ṣe ìwà burúkú Ọlọ́run kọ̀ fún yín gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ jákujàku tẹ̀ ń sọ Ọlọ́run kọ̀ fún yín tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lẹ̀kún ọ̀tẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ka gbogbo yẹn sílẹ̀ gbogbo tí í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ mọ́ àgbèrè náà Ọlọ́run kọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ní àsìkò Ramadan gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ àsìkò yẹn Ọlọ́run pé gbogbo wa padà wá sílé bí mo ṣe fẹ́ kẹ́ máa ṣe rè bí mo ṣe fẹ́ kẹ́ máa ṣe rè adẹ̀tẹ̀lé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa náà dẹ̀ rí àǹfààní ẹ̀ nítorí pé ọkọ àtìyàwó tí wọn kì í ríra wọn dáadáa tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nínú Ramadan wọn máa ríra wọn sójú wọ́n jọ máa jẹun láàárọ̀ wọ́n á tún jọ sínú lálẹ́ bó ṣe yẹ kó máa rí lọ nìyẹn kì í ṣe wípé àsìkò Ramadan nìkan àwọn ọkùnrin míì tí wọ́n ń jáde síta obìnrin míì náà ló lé wọn síta torí ó ní àsìkò tó yẹ kí obìnrin kó gbọ́njẹ fún ọkọ ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lé ńgbà bá máa débẹ̀ ńgbà míì ẹ rí i pé aago 9 lẹ́lòmíì iṣẹ́ ń gbọ́njẹ fọ́kọ ẹ̀ ẹlòmíì aago 10 ọkọ ò tí ì jẹun á wà nílé báwo ni rùkìrù ṣe ní wá tóbìnrin bá ṣe iṣẹ́ bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe bó ṣe ń ṣe inú àwẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ fúrú ń pọ̀ láti tètè jí agbọ́njẹ tọkọ ẹ̀ máa jẹ ó mọ̀ pé kíṣùnú tó tó agbọ́njẹ tọkọ ẹ̀ máa jẹ tá a bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìfẹ́ yẹn á túbọ̀ jinlẹ̀ sínú ilé ntí Ramadan kọ́ wa nìyẹn bá a bẹ ṣe ti ṣe ní Ramadan yẹn jẹ́ ká máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wo àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa tó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ọmọ nínú ilé ní àsìkò Ramadan tá a wà yìí ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọ̀dọ́bìnrin la máa rí tí wọ́n máa borí wọn ò lè ṣe ara àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ́kùnrin náà àwọn náà múra dáadáa ní àbámu pẹ̀lú àgbékalẹ̀ àlà nínú àsìkò Ramadan yìí wọ́n ṣe pẹ́pẹ́ fúru yìí ní àwọn àsìkò tí ò wá sí Ramadan ẹ̀sìn mùsùlùmí mo fi kọ́ yẹn fún wọn pé ọ̀gá ni wọ́n nínú wípé kí ọmọbìnrin múra bó ti tó àti bó ti yẹ ṣùgbọ́n náà kì í ṣe gbogbo ọmọbìnrin náà ló ń tẹ̀lé àgbékalẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ wá jẹ́ ká bá wò ó nígbà tí Ramadan wá ń tàn lọ báyìí ẹlòmíì ìbòrí tó ń lò ó ti ń ronú ibi tó máa sọ sí ó tó dọdún tó ń bọ̀ kí láti fẹ́ ṣe lè sí.
ṣe rí lára aṣẹ́ tí Ọlọ́run gbélé àwọn òbí lọ́wọ́ nìyí ẹni tí ó bímọ àfikún tọ́ ṣe rí Ànábì wa sallallahu alaihi wasallam nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ kan ó sọ pé kúlùkùn ràháín wà kúlùkùn mọ̀síwúlún ara ìyàtì gbogbo ẹni tó bá jẹ́ aṣíwájú pátápátá adarọ̀jẹ̀ ni wọn ẹni tó jẹ́ bàbá nínú ilé adarọ̀jẹ̀ ni ìyá gangan náà nínú ilé adarọ̀jẹ̀ lòun náà ká tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa lọ sọ àwọn olùkọ́ àwọn aláṣẹ àwọn tó jẹ́ àwọn tí wọ́n ń darí wa inú ilé lélẹ́yìí tá à ń sọ yìí ẹni tí ó bímọ tí ò fi ẹ̀sìn kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ó bi léèrè nínú Ramadan tá a wà yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wáàsí láti gbọ́ lórí báwo ni ó ṣe yẹ kí ọkọ ṣe lórí aya ẹ̀tọ́ wo ni ọkọ ní lórí aya ẹ̀tọ́ wo ni aya ní lórí ọkọ ẹ̀tọ́ wo ni bàbá ní lórí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe kọ́ ọmọ yín bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ ṣe máa bá a àwọn òbí mi aṣọ jákujàku ni wọ́n ń rà fún àwọn ọmọ wọn òbí mi ò fi ẹ̀sìn kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ rárá ọmọ tí wọ́n bá ti fi ẹ̀sìn kọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ń borí láti lẹ̀ wá kò ní sí orí o ṣùgbọ́n eléyìí tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ò fi bo ẹ̀ fi orí bíbò ẹ̀ fi kọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ a máa wò wípé orí aṣọ tó ń dà borí yẹn wọ́n fi ooru múra wọn ni gbogbo àsìkò Ramadan tẹ́ bá wá ń fi tipátipá mú pé kó ṣe a máa mú lóòrù torí kò mọ́ lára láti lẹ̀ wá àwọn tí wọ́n ti fi kọ́ láti ilẹ̀ kò síbi tẹ́ ẹ ti lè rí wọn tí wọn ò bá borí yẹn ṣe ló máa dàbẹ́ ní pé wọ́n wà ní hòhò so ó wà lọ́wọ́ àwa òbí láti tọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa bá a ṣe fẹ́ kí wọ́n dàgbà ẹni bá kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé jàǹdùkú ló fi kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní ilé jàǹdùkú lọmọ yẹn á yà ń ta o ẹ rí i tó bá ń wo àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣeré káàkiri ẹlòmíì ńgbà tó bá máa ṣeré eré oníbọ̀ ló bá máa ṣe kiri pa ò mo pa ẹ́ ẹlòmíì dẹ̀rẹ̀ ọmọ mi ń gbọ́ bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ ó lè jẹ́ pé subhanallah alhamdulillah ẹ̀ ti rí i pé ibi tí wọ́n mú lọ òun nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ọmọ tó ń mú lọ sí ilé ẹ̀sìn àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn kejì ẹ̀ rí i pé orin ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọn ló máa sọ láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ ti máa kọ́ ọmọ yín Islam tiẹ̀ fi yé wa ìgbà wo ló yẹ kí àwọn ọmọ tàbí ọkùnrin àtobìnrin ìgbà wo ló lè sùn dà ìgbà wo ló yẹ ká yà wọ́n sọ́tọ̀ ìgbà wo ló yẹ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mọ̀ wọ́n tí a bá sọ pé ṣe báyìí tí wọ́n ṣe tẹ́ máa fi ẹgbàá bá wí so ọwọ́ àwa òbí ló wà ọmọ tó bá yá ìyàkuyà ń ta ẹ lọ wo bí òbí ẹ̀ ṣe tọ́ láti lẹ̀ wá àwa òbí ni Ọlọ́run á bi léèrè o so àfi kí àwa òbí ká múra ká má bàa jẹ̀bi níwájú Ọlọ́run.
Of course, one of the main things, characteristics of the Ramadan is to listen to a lot of tafsir. As we continue to grow, it's getting wider and wider. A whole lot of sponsored programs on radio and television, preaching the teaching of Islam. I also know that you are also a sponsor of one of these programs on radio and TV. May God continue to be with you. Now, Amen. Ramadan is almost over. Will we wait to the next Ramadan before we begin to, even if not going to be as voluminous as we have them during Ramadan, what will be the advice for philanthropists like you outside there on sustenance of these programs? If it is every day before, why can't it be once in a week? So that we're human beings. If we don't hear those things, there is tendency, and there are a lot of challenges in this society. The society, for example, Nigeria is not like it used to be when you were young. When I was young, things are happening fast, and you begin to say people must continue to listen to the words of Allah. So, what should?
All right, thank you very much. This is an area that concerns all of us, and it's giving us a lot of things to think about. But first and foremost, why you have so many during Ramadan is that, like I said, Ramadan is trying to bring us home so that we can come closer to God and you can realize full benefits of what you do. Now, after Ramadan, some of the people that you see sponsoring programs during Ramadan, they save for them. Okay. Some of them cannot sustain it through the year. Okay. But I know we have a lot of people that can sustain it, and they are not doing it. We can only appeal to them
sure.
that they have to continue, because something that you keep repeating every time, that you keep hearing every time, will sink and will serve as caution. Like myself, it's not about advertisement. I still sponsor programs. Of course, not on the television after Ramadan, but on radio and not even one station.
Okay.
But that is weekly.
Okay.
And
sure.
there is one thing, what spurred me to sponsoring that was, like, I started with Ramadan sponsoring, and Ramadan was going, and somebody just called me that, don't you think you can sustain this, even if not on the daily basis? And I now did a kind of a reflection that some of those things that I know today, some of those things that serve as caution for me today, were those things that I learned when we were going out in those days. The security was not that scary. So during Ramadan, we could go out, you see tafsir, but this one, open air sermon, that you have all those big sheikhs, they come out, they will tell you, in fact, you know how the Quran, how a verse was revealed, how you can use a verse to pray, what you can do when you are in a problem. Some of those things are not there anymore. Even when you look at the sponsored programs. That was why I said, okay, I can do something. if I have a program and we now devote like the last 5 minutes of the program to teaching people how you can communicate with your God, then that was how we started. So if we will now appeal to some of even our preachers, because I've seen many cases that you come and you want to preach, then you spend
you hardly find a lesson to learn in 15 minutes.
They will just be praising the sponsors.
Sure.
That is not what will teach people anything. So they should try to make the sermons to be rich, to be those ones that people will learn a lot, those things that will change their life for better. So if you have that quality, you have some other people coming. Because you discuss with some people, you say, okay, we don't have so many quality preachers these days. You just come, you begin to talk about the same thing. Yes, we know we have to worship God. But how do I worship the God? If I have problems, how do I move closer? Like that verse that I quoted the other time, that God has said that we have revealed in the Quran to you healing. So where is that healing? These are the things that have to be brought out by the preachers. So just coming back to that particular question of why can't we sustain it? We can only appeal to people. Some people think that, okay, they cannot. It's not that expensive. It's not costly. Because when you look at it now, you do it once in a week, that money is not like the one you spend during Ramadan. And these are amounts that you give out to people. Some people who go to beer parlors, they spend more than that in a week. So if we can go back and look at those places that we have been wasting money, then we now try to channel it into the cause of Allah, then that one will be more rewarding than you just giving money to people just anyhow.
Now, the Eid al-Fitr is almost here. It's either Sunday or Monday. Yes, some people have struggled to actually complete their fast, definitely. And of course, some people have had their own in affluence. So when you just oppose this, what you also go to those who can afford, and those who cannot afford to, how should they take solace in Allah? Because definitely some of these women will say we must buy clothes for them, we must buy clothes for the kids, apart from the fact that we must also eat and dine and wine, and of course give to people around us. All these are a mesh in the Eid al-Fitr to show your happiness, and of course to show to tell Alhamdulillah to Almighty Allah for seeing another Ramadan. So how should we celebrate it?
First and foremost, we have to celebrate in moderation. That is what Islam has taught us. And for those that do not have that much, Islam has provided for them, because the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made, part of what we need to do during the month of Ramadan is what they call the Zakat al-Fitri. Now, Zakat al-Fitri, you look at the number of people that are in your house, and you have to make a kind of sacrifice, because you have to make some provision for those who do not have at all. So, of course, some people, when they gather their Zakat al-Fitri, they go and give it to one imam. But the imam knows that he has to distribute it, because it is the imam that knows those people, those members of his congregation that do not have enough. So Islam has provided in terms of Zakat al-Fitr in such a way that all Muslim faithfuls will at least have things to celebrate during that festival. And that is why the Zakat al-Fitr has to be paid before you go for Eid, so that will have been distributed to the needy. Now, after Ramadan, how do we sustain this? This is why you also have what we call zakat. The main zakat is supposed to take care of some of these things. So if we pay our zakat to those places that we are supposed to pay them to, then you say that the world will be peaceful.
Everybody will
be taken care of. So Islam has provided for that.
Okay.
Àwẹ̀ Ramadan ó máa tó parí. Yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo èyí tí ẹ sì mẹ́nu bà yìí, ẹ̀kọ́ mi ìwo ló ṣe pàtàkì fún gbogbo wa pátápátá tá a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ nínú àwẹ̀ náà.
Tá a bá wo àwẹ̀ Ramadan, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní ló wà ń bẹ̀ o. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ń bẹ̀ ẹ rí i pé gbogbo àwọn ìwà jàgídíjàgan, gbogbo àwọn ìwà àpáǹle, gbogbo olè jíjà, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó lọlẹ̀. Kì í ṣe wípé bóyá à ń sọ wípé àwọn mùsùlùmí ló ń jalè àbí ló ń hu àwọn ọ̀wá yẹn o, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn mùsùlùmí tó ń bá wọn dá sí lásìkò yẹn wọn ò ní dá sí mọ́, torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ pé ìwà burúkú ni àwọn ọ̀wá yìí, wọn ò dẹ̀ ní ṣe. Ramadan ti kọ́ wa pé ká má ṣe yẹn. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ló jẹ́ pé alájẹjù ni wá nítorí pa á ní ẹ̀rí pé ẹlòmíì ó bá fẹ́ jẹun báyìí á wa ẹran ẹja oríṣiríṣi ló máa wà síwájú, àwa jẹ tán ló bá jẹ tán á jókòó sójú kan ṣùkù nílé dìde. Ramadan ò fún wa àbí Islam ò gbà wá láyè irú yẹn. Bí èèyàn bá dánwò ìwònú Ramadan náà òun ò ní gbádùn ara ẹ̀. So bó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ tó rò pé òkè ẹ̀rù òun ò fẹ́ kéde pa òun nígbà kankan, nígbò bá jẹ́ nígbò bá yá yóò lọ gbọ̀nsẹ̀ inú àfẹ́rí. Ní àsìkò Ramadan ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ló jẹ́ pé a rí i pé alálàáfíà ju ìgbà tí ò sí Ramadan lọ.
Kí ló dé?
Nítorí wípé ṣe rí àwọn olóyìnbó ó ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń pè ní digestive system. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa àjẹkúráyè ṣiṣẹ́. Àwọn ọlọ tó máa lọ oúnjẹ tó máa pín eléyìí ló yẹ kó lọ bí eléyìí ló yẹ kó lọ síbi àjẹkúráyè ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tá a bá gbàwẹ̀ a mọ̀ pé a jẹun ní ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì, bó dẹ̀ ṣe wù kó yá wọ̀ bí àtòbó bá jẹun nígbò bá yá ebi ó pa olúwa ẹ̀. So àwọn ẹ̀yà ara wa yẹn ara yè ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. Àwọn kìnnìkan wà tó ń pè ní body mass index, ó ní bí wọ́n ṣe ń calculate ẹ̀ pé báwo ni ẹni báwo ló ṣe lóòrìn tó, báwo ló ṣe wúwo tó, báwo ló ṣe ga tó, báwo ló ṣe wúwo tó. Tí wọ́n bá ṣe àwọn ohun tó yẹ kó ṣe láàrin wọ́n á rí àwọn nǹkan kan pé eléyìí ó dàbẹ̀ ní pé ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé obesity.
Ẹni tó àwọn tó sanra jù.
Àwọn tó ti sanra jù ó ṣeé ṣe kéléyìí kó ní àrùn ìtọ̀ ṣúgà. Àwọn olóyìnbó wọn ti sọ wípé ní àsìkò Ramadan tẹ́ bá yí àwọn aláwọ̀ body glucose ṣúgà tó wà ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ ó dínkù díẹ̀. So ní àsìkò Ramadan àwọn ẹ̀yà ara wa ó ráyè ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. Nígbà tí ó jẹ́ ìjẹ́ pé lásìkò yìí a ní àlàáfíà, kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé a fẹ́ fúnra wọn lálàáfíà. So àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ ká máa kọ́ nìyẹn. Gbogbo àwọn ìwà burúkú àjàjùlẹ̀ àǹfààní àrí láti ara wa. Nínú ilé wa gbọ́ngàn a rí wípé ìrẹ́pọ̀ wà, torí ẹ̀ rí pé àsìkò kan náà ni àti bàbá àti ìyá àtàwọn ọmọ lọ́jọ́ máa jẹun wọ́n á jọ wá papọ̀. So gbogbo àwọn eléyìí ni àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tá a ti kọ́ nínú Ramadan tá a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó lọ, torí pé àǹfààní ló jẹ́ fún wa. Kì í ṣe wípé Ọlọ́run la fi ń ṣe ní oore, ara wa là ń ṣe lóore ní àǹfààní.
All right, we still have Engineer Alhaji Tajudeen Olori, the Seriki Muslimi of Ijaikukudi, Ekering of Berkudu Muslims, and Are Kadiriya of Okeogun. You agree with me that it's not just only an Islamic chieftaincy title holder for decoration, because from what he has been saying, you know that he could even go and give us tafsir. Definitely, that's why we're happy that you are here. So you can also be part of the program. The number is on your screen if you want to ask our guest a question. Of course, we were supposed to have Yasatar here, Sheikh Latif Ademoye, but don't forget that maybe he has gone somewhere overnight, and he said he was just entering Abeokuta. If we could still make it, we'll still see if we could be here. But even without him, we are not regretting having our engineer Tajudeen Olori here. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello? Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Carol.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà o. Kí lorúkọ yín ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Hello.
Hello.
Kí lorúkọ yín ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá?
Yétúndé Lásẹ̀pẹ̀.
Ó dáa mà, ìbéèrè wo lẹ ní fún wa?
Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ ẹ̀ ń pàrọ̀ àwẹ̀ ni.
À ń gbọ́ yín mà.
Question fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni fún understand dada.
Èwo náà question?
Anyway, we expect another call. And if you okay, another one is there. Fola, let's take it. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Okay, still here. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Please speak louder.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Hello? You know that you can speak in English or Yoruba, anyone that pays you. Hello?
Àlejò wa.
Call your head and jalo around.
Ẹ ti ṣàlàyé
There's another
fún wa.
one. Try this one. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Yes sà, kí lorúkọ yín ibo lẹ ti ń pè wá o?
Mr. Akimade Niji láti Yunab, Funa.
Ó dáa sà, ìbéèrè wo lẹ ní fún wa?
Mo kàn fẹ́ kí Alhaji Musa Olori mi.
Okay.
Ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ẹ káàárọ̀ Alhaji.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ẹ kú yọ mẹ́ta o.
Ìjọba gbọ́dọ̀ akóǹgbọ́ yìí o.
Mọ́ mi kọ́ o.
Àlàáfíà ni ẹ kó palẹ̀mọ́ ọdún.
Ìgbà tí ẹ̀mẹ́ ní gbọ́dọ̀.
Ó mọ o.
Ẹ̀mọ́kọ láti olúwo tó bá yín ralẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ ṣé o.
Ọjọ́ ìrìnàjò ọ̀pẹ́ o.
All right. Thank you very much. But let's call and make contribution or ask question. If you want to be very informal, I think you should have Alhaji's private number. So let's allow people who have questions to be part of the program. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, sir?
My name is Balogun Kashman, calling from camp.
Cashman. You're welcome.
Yeah, please, I want to ask Alhaji. I want to ask him something.
Go ahead.
Alhaji, salaam alaikum.
Wàlẹ́kùn sálàm.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ìfàkàtúlì fitri. Ẹni tí ò bá ní agbára láti ṣe lórí gbogbo àwọn tó ń bùkátà ní lórí, ṣé dandan ni àbí ìgbàláyè wà fún pé kó ṣe lọ́dún mi? Ẹ ṣe.
Ìbéèrè ẹ dáhùn ẹ pa.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀sìn Islam kì í ṣe ẹ̀sìn tí ó níyàn lára. Ẹni tí ò bá ní agbára ẹ̀, Ọlọ́run mọ̀ pé kò lágbára ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ò ní fìyà jẹ èèyàn lórí nǹkan tí èèyàn ò lágbára. Torí pé Ọlọ́run kan ti sọ nínú Kùránì tó sọ fún wa pé la yukallifu nafsan illa wus'aha. Òun ò gbé ẹrù tó wúwo ju ẹnìkan lọ, òun ò gbélé lórí. So tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ní agbára ẹ̀ rárá tó lọ́hún dẹ̀ rí pé ẹ̀ lágbára ẹ̀ kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Sẹ́mi alámọ̀ mi ń dáhùn.
Ọlọ́run ló mẹni tó ń sìn.
Ṣé o gbọ́ pé wàá rò pé bóyá.
Ká má tù sí sẹ́sàlẹ̀ kò tó sí àlàájì o. Hello.
Okay, let's see if we can take one or two more calls sharp more. Hello.
Àmì àlékún salamu wa rahmatulahi wa barakatu. Kí lorúkọ yín?
Láti Ìjẹ̀bú Òde,
Kí lorúkọ yín o?
Ìsílífàt.
Sílífà.
Okay, Fausa ń dá yín lóhùn.
Ẹ̀fà sí àtúndá yín lóhùn. Ó yá.
Kátó
máa lọ tán.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí la lè mọ fi ṣàdúrà ní òru? Mo fẹ́ kálàjì ìjára yìí fún mi.
ẹ gbọ́.
kò sí àyà kùránì tá a lè fi ṣe àdúrà pàápàá nínú àwẹ̀ Ramadan náà kò sí àyà kùránì tá a lè fi ṣe àdúrà ó ṣe ló jẹ́ pé ẹni tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí ó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ suratul Fatiha tó bá jẹ́ Fatiha nìkan lèèyàn mọ̀ ó fi ń ṣàdúrà ẹni pé suratul Fatiha náà tẹ́ bá wo ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ dópin ìtọ́sọ́nà wà ń bẹ àdúrà wà ń bẹ gbogbo tó lè tọ́ wa sọ́nà tó lè jẹ́ ká ṣoríire ká bá Ọlọ́run pàdé ní ọ̀nà tí yóò fi ṣe wá láǹfààní ó wà nínú ẹ̀ kò sí àdúrà tá a lè fi ṣe àdúrà bó jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe asàgàfúrú láì alhamdulilayi la ilaha illallah kò sí tá a lè fi ṣàdúrà ń bẹ.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll take one more call. I will begin. Okay, there's a caller here. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name?
Lásán ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ látàdẹ́kùtà.
ọ̀dà àmà ìbéèrè wo lẹ ní fún wa o.
Ìbéèrè tí mo ní fún Alhaji Olórí láàárọ̀ yìí ni pé kọ́ tó lọ lórí òkú yẹn kọ́ ṣàtúnṣe.
Yeah.
kàn ṣàdúrà. wọ́n ní kẹ́ tó lọ lórí ètò àní lè gba ìpè mímọ́ yẹn.
Okay.
wọ́n ní kẹ́ ṣàdúrà fún wa. ó yà ṣókí.
Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú fún wa o.
Àmín.
Ọlọ́run kó forí àwọn àṣìṣe wájú wa.
Àmín.
Gbogbo àwọn àwẹ̀ wa tá a ti gbà Ọlọ́run kó gbà lẹ́sìn fún wa.
Àmín.
Ọlọ́run kó ṣe dáadáa fún wa.
Àmín.
Gbogbo kùdìẹ̀kùdìẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀ torí Ọlọ́run náà ti sọ pé òun ni ọba tó mọ ìkọ̀kọ̀ àti gbangba ó mọ kọ̀rọ̀ wa ó mọ gbangba wa Ọlọ́run kó tún gbogbo àwọn kọ̀rọ̀ wa ṣe
Àmín.
bá wa tún àwọn gbangba wa ṣe
Àmín.
gbogbo ọ̀nà tá a kù sí ọlá bismillahir rahmanir rahim ọlá bismillahir rahmanir rahim la azaynahu ala kurihani ala jabalin dara aita wa ashiya
Allahumma amin.
min yasiyati llahi wa tilka al amsali nasibura la katuna
Àmín.
wala la ilaha illa huwa alimul ghaibi wa shahadati
Àmín.
rahmanir rahim
Àmín.
wala la ilaha illa huwa al maliku al qudus wa salamu al mu'minu al mu'min
Àmín.
al aziz al jabbar al mutakabbir subhanallahi ma yashkurun
Àmín.
wala al bari wal musawwir la yasma'u usni musaadu la mo fi sama wájú wala ila wa wala aziz yaqin Ọlọ́run kó gbọ́ àdúrà wa o nínú àtàyínà Fatiha gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lé o.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ina tena kalika msara fasali raka wanyana shana kana pta. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Rahmanir Rahim maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم.
Very mọ̀míbi àlè wàhálà dọ̀wọ̀.
You agree with me that we have not only brought an Islamic chief here, but also a cleric in his own right, and of course a philanthropist too, because he also sponsors program during and of course after Ramadan. It's been a pleasure, Alhaji Engineer Tajudeen Olori, to have you on this program. We have really enjoyed every moment you spent with us. I want to say Jazakallah khairan. May God continue to bless you.
Amen. And you too.
ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín a máa rí yín bá láṣẹ Elédùà ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ládá àlà yóò gbà lẹ́sìn fún yín láṣẹ Elédùà ẹ ṣé pọ̀.
All right, we'll still have some couple of minutes to spend on the program. We'll just allow Alhaji to go, and of course we'll have another guest that will be in on the flip side. So don't go nowhere. Friday edition, New Dawn Otojo.
Condition smoking and excessive intake of alcohol. Maintaining good oral hygiene, drinking plenty of water, and eating much of vegetarian. Keep good dental hygiene always.